Hello, I'm Ed Evans. Today is March 12th, 2025. Project 2025 is well underway. I understand that NOAA, National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, is under attack. I'm here to look at NASA briefly and then have a reading by Karl Popper from the Open Society and its enemies, basically about bullying and what we call economic fundamentalism, otherwise known as liberal economics, or the myth of that floating hand out there, that metaphysical being that we can rely on to have unrestrained capitalism, capitalism without restraints, capitalism without humanity, left to its own devices. And that's what we're seeing today in the United States government. If you didn't know how to if you did not know how to categorize it, it's Keynes being let out the door and Hayek being ushered in for dog eat dog capitalism. Well, that's one thing. And I'm not going to argue on that. I'm just saying that we deserve to have science. I'm saying generations to come deserve unadulterated, unfiltered science, falsifiable science.
I believe that the injustice and inhumanity of the unrestrained capitalist system described by Marx cannot be questioned, but it can be interpreted in terms of what we called, in a previous chapter, the paradox of freedom. Freedom, we have seen, defeats itself if it is unlimited. Unlimited freedom means that a strong man is free to bully one who is weak and to rob him of his freedom. This is why we demand that the state should limit freedom to a certain extent, so that everyone's freedom is protected by law. Nobody should be at the mercy of others, but all should have a right to be protected by the state. Now I believe that these considerations, originally meant to apply to the realm of brute force, of physical intimidation, must be applied to the economic realm also. Even if the state protects its citizens from being bullied by physical violence, as it does, in principle, under the system of unrestrained capitalism, it may defeat our ends by its failure to protect them from the misuse of economic power. In such a state, the economically strong is still free to bully one who is economically weak, and to rob him of his freedom. Under these circumstances, unlimited economic freedom can be just as self-defeating as unlimited physical freedom, and economic power may be nearly as dangerous as physical violence, for those who possess a surplus of food can force those who are starving into a freely accepted servitude without using violence. And assuming that the state limits its activities to the suppression of violence, and to the protection of property, a minority which is economically strong may in this way exploit the majority of those who are economically weak. If this analysis is correct, then the nature of the remedy is clear. It must be a political remedy, a remedy similar to the one which we use against physical violence. We must construct social institutions, enforced by the power of the state, for the protection of the economically weak from the economically strong. The state must see to it that nobody need enter into an inequitable arrangement out of fear of starvation or economic ruin. Karl Popper, The Open Society and Its Enemies.